Caitlin Clark's golf debut just made me so upset with the WNBA. It is the fault of the WNBA because the LPGA just did everything that the WNBA should have been doing this season. They did it all correct in literally one day. There was so much buzz online, she was trending on Twitter, all of the things, and the LPGA was promoting the crap out of this event.
The LPGA just changed women's sports forever. Here's what happened. They put Caitlin Clark on a golf course with Nelly Korda. The result? Mind-blowing. The WNBA? They're pretending nothing happened, but we've got the inside scoop on why this matters so much.
Also did something really smart by pairing her up with their currently #1 golfer in the world, and her name is Nelly Korda. So there are photos of Caitlin and Nelly literally everywhere, who is currently leading the sport and pushing the sport ahead. If they put her next to Caitlin for the entire event, that's just great. It's great for Nelly and it's great for everyone else she has done for women's sports and basketball. And to have her at our golf tournament, I mean, I'm like in awe. I've got a basketball and hoping she signs it for my girls.
Picture this, Caitlin Clark, basketball superstar, steps onto a golf course. Sounds wild, right? But here's the kicker. 7 million people couldn't take their eyes off it. That's more viewers than some NBA games get. The LPGA pulled off something genius, and we're breaking it down. They didn't just invite Caitlin to play. No, they paired her with Nelly Korda, their top golfer. Imagine that scene, Caitlin and Nelly, side by side. Two superstars from totally different sports teaming up. It's like if LeBron James suddenly showed up at Wimbledon with Serena Williams. The crowd went absolutely nuts. Cameras were everywhere, catching every swing and smile. Social media, it exploded. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, you name it. People were talking about Caitlin Clark golfing. The hashtags were trending faster than you could say four. But why did this work so well? It's simple. The LPGA tapped into something powerful, crossover appeal. They knew Caitlin's fans would tune in to see her try something new.
I didn't hear one thing about there being too much spotlight on Caitlin Clark, and it should have maybe been on the professional golfers that are there. We didn't hear any of that. Now, from this event, I have only seen and heard of positive things. I didn't hear one thing about how her fans are toxic, and those are the types of things that we have been hearing for the entirety of the WNBA season last season.
And guess what? Those fans got hooked on golf too. It's like when you go to a party for one friend and end up making 10 new ones. The numbers don't lie. Engagement was through the roof. People who'd never watched golf before were suddenly experts on putters and drivers. The LPGA's social media followers jumped overnight. They didn't just get viewers, they got new fans. And you know what's even crazier? This was just the beginning. The LPGA didn't stop there. They announced major endorsements for Caitlin. We're talking big brands, serious money. They're treating her like the star she is, even though golf isn't her main sport. This move didn't just break the internet. It shattered expectations for what women's sports can do. It showed that creativity and boldness can change the game overnight.
Didn't want to put her on MVP ladders, didn't want to put her as Rookie of the Year until it was so evident that they had to. There was just so many things that it felt like it was always just a little bit of a push, like make sure you don't do too much. There's immediate hesitancy. Is that a word? There's immediate hesitancy about giving Caitlin Clark too much praise. They didn't want to give her too much praise. They didn't want to prop her up too much. We don't want to give her too much praise. We don't want to tweet about her too much. We don't want to post about her too much. We don't want to give her too much media coverage. Let's just make sure that everyone else is also happy.
The LPGA proved that sometimes the best way to grow your sport is to look outside of it. But here's the thing, this wasn't just a one-time stunt. The LPGA is playing chess while others are playing checkers. They're thinking long-term, building bridges between sports and creating new fans in the process. And Caitlin Clark, she's at the center of it all, proving she's not just a basketball icon, but a sports icon, period. The LPGA is making power moves, but another league's sitting on the bench. You'd think the WNBA would be hyped about their superstar crossing over, right?
If you look at the LPGA Twitter account, it is filled with Caitlin Clark things. Photos of her, a whole video of the fans cheering her, signing things, taking photos. What I thought was so interesting and what prompted me to even make this video because I got so upset about it was the fact that the WNBA posted nothing. Posted zero about Caitlin Clark golfing in this Pro-Am event. This was the perfect time for the WNBA to also be posting about this. And they said Nothing.
But their reaction to Caitlin's golf debut is raising eyebrows. Why is the WNBA keeping quiet when everyone else is making noise? Here's the deal. While Caitlin Clark was teeing off with Nelly Korda, the WNBA's social media was a ghost town. Not a single post, not even a retweet about their rising stars golf adventure. It's like they forgot Caitlin exists. Meanwhile, ESPN and Bleacher Report couldn't stop talking about it. They were blowing up with highlights, interviews, and reaction videos. Fans are scratching their heads, wondering what's going on. Why isn't the WNBA celebrating one of their biggest stars? It's like they're playing defense when they should be on offense. Caitlin Clark is bringing in millions of new eyes to women's sports, but the WNBA's acting like it's no big deal. The frustration is real.
Girls can see a future in it. Now girls can see that they can make a lot of money playing. Now girls see that they can be on the biggest stage and that college isn't the biggest stage anymore. It can possibly be the WNBA, and this just proves that you can be ready for the moment. There is things that you can do. And I hope that they get it right next season.
And it's spreading like wildfire. Fans are flooding social media with questions and complaints. Rachel Dea, a sports commentator, called out the WNBA for their silence. She pointed out how weird it is that the LPGA is promoting Caitlin more than her own league. You know what's crazy? This silent treatment isn't just about Caitlin. It's part of a bigger problem. The WNBA's been playing it safe, trying not to overshadow other players. But fans are saying that's a massive fumble. They're missing out on Caitlin's star power to bring in new viewers. Think about it. Caitlin Clark could be bringing fresh eyes to the WNBA. New fans, new excitement, new energy. But instead of riding that wave, the WNBA's letting it pass them by. It's like they've got a Ferrari in the garage but won't take it for a spin. This isn't just a one-day thing either. Fans have been getting more and more frustrated with how the WNBA markets its stars. They're saying the league needs to step up its game fast, because right now it looks like they're stuck in the past while other leagues are racing into the future. But here's the real kicker. It's not just about Caitlin, it's about the future of women's sports. The LPGA showed what's possible when you think big and take risks. Now everyone's watching to see if the WNBA will learn from this or keep playing it safe. One thing's for sure, the game has changed and the clock is ticking. The LPGA just flipped the script on women's sports, and it's a game changer. They took a basketball superstar, put her on a golf course, and boom, 7 million people tuned in. That's not just smart, it's genius. They're showing everyone how to grow a sport overnight. Now, all eyes are on the WNBA. Will they step up and embrace this new playbook, or will they keep doing the same old thing while others steal the show? It's like they're sitting on a gold mine but refusing to dig. Experts are saying this is just the beginning. The future of women's sports is all about celebrating stars like Caitlin Clark across different games. It's not just about one league anymore. When one women's sport wins, they all do. The LPGA proved it. Now it's time for everyone else to catch up because the game has changed forever. The clock's ticking and fans are waiting to see who makes the next move.